Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers. Sharon forced to face the truth. Next week on Y&R, Sharon Newman runs into Daniel Romalotti. Things turn painful when they start talking about the car accident that killed her daughter Cassie Newman years ago. Later in the week, she continues to have visions. This time she has another one about Cassie. Then she sees Nick and their daughter Faith Newman in the park. She tells them that she's doing well. But later she confesses something to Nick. Then she makes a shocking discovery. So she may finally realize what's happening to her on Young and the Restless. Y&R weekly spoilers. Sally and Billy suspicious. While Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, struggles to help Sharon Newman, Sharon case, there's drama ahead for his brother, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. Adam's girlfriend, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, confers with Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. They both agree that something is going on with Adam and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan. This week on Young and the Restless, they try to get their stories straight so they don't spill the truth that they slept together. However, Chelsea might ruin everything because she gets defensive when Billy and Sally push them for answers. Later, Billy goes too far with his ex, Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil. Perhaps the truth comes out this week and Billy goes running back to Lily. If so, she's likely not having it on Young and the Restless. Also, Chelsea and Adam get the wonderful news that their son, Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, can come home. Elsewhere, Devin Hamilton, Bretton James, has big plans he's not telling anyone about. Later, he puts Lily's loyalty to the test. Young and the Restless next week spoilers. Kyle could lose everything. Meanwhile, on Y&R, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, sends his father, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, over the edge. Jack loses his patience and lays into Kyle hard for his recent life choices. Meanwhile, Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, puts Audra Charles, Zulika Silver, in her place. Also, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, gets the ball rolling on his acquisition of Chancellor Industries. Then he and his wife, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, work together against Billy. Elsewhere on Young and the Restless, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, is ready for war. And her boyfriend, Chancellor, Connor Floyd, helps her make a big decision. It's one shock after another on Y&R. Tune in to find out what's next for Sharon Newman on the CBS daytime drama. Get all the latest Young and the Restless spoilers and updates daily from Soap Dirt. Sharon Newman sat in her living room, the late afternoon sunlight streaming through the windows, casting a warm golden glow on the hardwood floors. The room was quiet, almost serene, a stark contrast to the turmoil swirling inside her. She had always prided herself on her ability to maintain her composure. Today was different. Today, the truth she had been avoiding for so long was staring her in the face, demanding acknowledgement. The past few weeks had been a whirlwind of emotions and revelations. Adam, with his usual charm and mystery, had once again woven his way back into her life. Despite her best efforts to keep him at arm's length, she found herself drawn to him, their shared history and undeniable chemistry pulling her in. But with Adam came chaos, and Sharon knew that being involved with him meant facing consequences she wasn't sure she was ready to handle. As she sat there, lost in thought, the doorbell rang, jolting her back to reality. She took a deep breath, steeling herself for whatever was to come, and opened the door to find Nick standing there. Concern etched across his handsome features. "Hey, Sharon," he said softly, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. "We need to talk." She nodded, closing the door behind him. They made their way to the couch, the silence between them heavy with unspoken words. Nick had always been her rock, the one constant in her life, and seeing him now, she felt a pang of guilt for the turmoil she had caused. "Sharon, what's going on with you and Adam?" Nick finally asked, his voice tinged with frustration and worry. "I thought you were done with him." Sharon sighed, running a hand through her hair. "I thought so too, Nick. But things are complicated. Adam and I, We have a connection that's hard to explain. I know he's made mistakes, but he's trying to change. He's been there for me in ways I can't ignore." Nick shook his head, his expression pained. "I get that, Sharon. But every time Adam comes into your life, things get messy. He's unpredictable and dangerous. I'm worried about you." "I know," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I know you're right. But part of me believes that Adam can change, that he deserves a chance to prove himself." Before Nick could respond, the sound of another knock echoed through the house. Sharon frowned, exchanging a worried glance with Nick as she made her way to the door. This time it was Ray, his expression unreadable as he stood there, hands in his pockets. "Ray?" Sharon said, her voice barely above a whisper. "What are you doing here?" "We need to talk," he replied, stepping inside and glancing at Nick. "All of us." Sharon's heart sank as she realized that the moment she had been dreading was finally here. The truth she had been avoiding was about to come crashing down around her. They sat down in the living room, the tension palpable. Ray looked at Sharon, his eyes filled with a mix of hurt and determination. "Sharon, I know about the kiss. Adam told me everything." Sharon's eyes widened in shock, her mind racing. She had hoped that her indiscretion with Adam would remain a secret, but now it was out in the open, and there was no escaping the consequences. "Ray, I'm so sorry," she began, her voice breaking. "It was a mistake. I didn't mean to hurt you." Ray held up a hand, stopping her. "I know, Sharon, but this isn't just about the kiss. It's about the fact that you keep getting pulled back into Adam's orbit, no matter how much he hurts you. You need to make a choice. You can't keep living like this." Tears welled up in Sharon's eyes as she realized the truth of Ray's words. She had been caught in a cycle of self-destruction, unable to break free from the hold Adam had on her. It was time to face the truth and make a decision about her future. Nick spoke up, his voice gentle but firm. "Sharon, we all care about you. We want what's best for you. But you have to want it too. You have to choose to move forward and leave the past behind." Sharon nodded, wiping away her tears. "I know. I've been running from the truth for too long. It's time to face it and make a change." Ray reached out, taking her hand in his. "We're here for you, Sharon. Whatever you decide, we'll support you. But you need to be honest with yourself and with us." Sharon looked at Ray, then at Nick, feeling a surge of gratitude for their unwavering support. She knew that the road ahead would be difficult, but she was ready to take the first step toward a new beginning. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the room, Sharon felt a sense of clarity and resolve. She was ready to face the truth, to confront her demons, and to build a future free from the shadows of her past. The journey wouldn't be easy, but with the support of those who loved her, she knew she could find the strength to move forward. And in that moment, Sharon Newman made a promise to herself.